I will share my screen just for a brief presentation. It's allowed just a couple of pictures, and I will share with you my experiences and what I learned from them, specifically talking about resilience. Okay, so I want to share you three little experiences, three little tales that I've experienced and what I learned from them. The first one is my experience with this organization that is called the Sea Shepherd, and what I learned from this. So, is it worth fighting? This is the title that I gave through this first tale. But first, for those who don't know Sea Shepherd, let's talk briefly about it. It's an organization, an NGO that protect ocean wildlife, and it's been around the world for 40 years fighting illegal fishing. So basically they collaborate with the local Coast Guard and the military navy of many countries in the world, and their job is to arrest illegal fishing vessels and retrieve illegal fishing gears and nets. I've been their volunteer for 4 years now, and working as medical doctor, medical officers on their ship. And I've been sent on many campaigns, but the most peculiar one is the one in Mexico, where the cartel is fishing in a marine reserve and is practically taking to extinction a couple of species, especially the one that you see here, the vaquita, that is a small dolphin, is becoming extinct just because the Mexican cartel is interested in illegal fishing in the area. So far, when I joined this mission 3 years ago, there were just 6 individuals left of this dolphin, of this cetacean. And anybody of my friends, when I was talking about this mission, would ask me, why are you guys putting this much effort for just 6 individuals left of this species? What's the point? Like, there is so many resources put into place because there is the local government and the military navy and Sea Shepherd and a lot of volunteers coming from all over the world fighting for just these 6 individuals left. I guess they'll probably be gone in 1 year. So what the biologists on board used to tell us is that it's actually worth fighting for this kind of species and situation, because in nature, when a species like the vaquita that is actually reduced its proximal to extinction, means that these 6 individuals left have probably the best DNA stock of their species stories. And there have been many examples in nature that from few individuals of a species they were able to recover. And this is actually what we experience, because now we are the 7th year of Operation Milagro from Sea Shepherd in Mexico, and the vaquita is still living. They're able to record with water microphones. They're able to record his voice, and so to understand how many individuals, because each individual has its own voice. And the vaquita is not extinct yet. Every year that everybody would bet they would get extinct, it's actually still alive, and every year we got some sightings of the vaquita. So this is what I actually learned from this. Like, it's really worth fighting sometimes, even against the odds. When the odds tells you there is nothing actually that you can do, there is no chance of success, actually there is, and we have this teaching actually from nature itself. And as a Rotaractor, we really loved collaborating with Sea Shepherd, and that is why it's 3 years that we're collaborating with them in many ways, and we want to sensibilize all our friends, and we do service to make people aware how important is ocean conservation. Then again, another story is from Red Cross. I'm an emergency medicine resident. I'm a medical doctor working in the emergency room, and I am also volunteer medic and rescuer for the Red Cross. I had the honor and the chance a few months ago to take part to the mission on the ships that take care of the migrants that are crossing the Mediterranean Sea from Africa. And this story is called Stand for the Resilience. And what I learned after actually I came back from this mission. As you know, these people take months, even more than a year, to cross all Africa and get to Europe. The sea, the crossing the sea, is just the last step, the last few days of their odyssey. Their odyssey, their voyage starts way before that, and many of these people start their journey from countries in Central Africa, and so they get to cross the desert first. Naturally, it's the desert where most of them lose their lives. It's really a crazy voyage. It's crazy, and listening to their stories is really something that it's unbelievable what they are. So these guys are really good people. Most of them are university students and journalists. And before joining this mission, I thought that these people were escaping mainly from poverty. And it's true, many African countries have a lot of poverty, but what I learned that actually the main reason they're escaping is because corruption. Many of them are hunted by their own government. Police beat people on the street. Women get raped on the street. Corruption is everywhere. So people just basically are escaping from a place of torture, and they don't come here to steal our job. I think they're just happy that in Europe they're not hunted and beaten on the street by their own government. And basically, why I called this brief tale "Stand for the Resilient," because I think that we all agree that migration is a hot topic that actually nobody wants to talk about. You don't want to talk to in a family dinner or around with some friends that you don't know about migration, because it's really an inconvenient topic. And actually, I learned from this experience that we should stand for these people, even when we are talking on the street with someone. People that would say, these guys, why are you helping these guys that are just coming here in Europe to steal our jobs? And then I would say, if you guys know their stories, you are passionate about migration and politics, world politics, don't be afraid of facing this kind of topics and arguments and make their points, because I really believe that it's really important also to talk to your beloved ones and to your friends to make them understand how really things are working for them. And it's no point in saying we should help them in their own country, because actually the problem is not giving them money or a work. The problem is actually sometimes their country, their government, that is kind of corrupted. So it's really important to stand out for them also in our social life. And the last one is, of course, experience connected to my job in the emergency department, especially in this last year where everybody we experienced the COVID pandemic, and things changed for everybody, especially in the hospital. And why it's important, in my opinion, to be resilient, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. This is a picture in the department with one of my friends, and we're cheerful. And many people ask, guys, how could you be cheerful in the emergency department where there are people that actually are really suffering a lot? And what I learned is when you give the patient everything you needed to give, like everything according to medical research and science, when you give him the right medications, I think that it's actually not enough. You can do something more. And so give them maybe a smile that became really hard with the face mask, but also jokes. Spend some times with him, and I think that it's what makes a difference. And it's really hard. It's not really easy to be cheerful and to smile and to laugh and to make people laugh around you. But I think it's really important, and that it holds not only for the patients you're treating, but also for your colleagues. It's really hard times, and working in the hospital and in other scenarios, it's really tiring. Many people are really close to a burnout. So being cheerful, it takes a lot of effort, but you're also helping your colleagues. So my my advice is try to be resilient also for your colleagues. So be stronger, try to put more effort. I know that it's hard, but it really helps a lot all the people around you, even if you don't notice it. So these is our my 3 brief tales. I hope to not have stolen much time from you guys. And these are the teaching that I wanted to share with you. Our resilience has taught me stuff both from the natural world to our society. Thanks a lot for everybody. Thanks a lot.